Councillors in the Fermanagh area have an historic opportunity in 2017 to transform the lives of those living with long-term health and disability needs. In this area it's 20%. Locally in the Irvinstown area that's up to 40% of the population. Voting for the future of this £5 million of public funds invested in Necarne brings a responsibility to increase the quality of life. High rates of health deprivation in Irvinstown echo this remote region's serious mental health issues, high levels of prescription drug dependency, high suicide and self-harm rates, linked to our deeply divided society where 60% of people have conflict-related trauma. Hidden in this, we have the highest rates of disability in this remote western region. Necarne's 80 stables and world-class equine facilities offer a rare and wonderful gift. Over 1,000 reports document evidence of positive outcomes from equine therapy in a wide range of health and disability issues, from autism, ADHD, to alcohol dependency to MS, and many more. Council's criteria can only result in private profit priorities. The realities of needs in this part of Northern Ireland mean we can't afford to surrender this vital health asset to be exploited for private profit. A social enterprise with health and heritage at its core can meet both council policy objectives as well as the needs of the most vulnerable and most invisible in our community in an empowering, cross-community, accountable and appropriate way.
I believe that Necarne is better in the hands of a social enterprise group, as the lease will not protect the needs of all the communities groups. So the only way forward to protect all the needs of all the different groups and social groups that need it is to have it in the hands of a social enterprise group.
Leasing Necarne to a private investor gives them the £5 million worth of public funds invested so far in Necarne, and they use that to make profit. Your process doesn't count that. All it counts is the income that you get from the private investor that you're leasing it to. Your process also does not include all the other grants, the subsidies, the government funds that the investor will take and use to generate their private profit. So from that point of view, you're not counting, or you're counting the income, but none of the losses. And what you don't see is that the community, the social enterprise run by the community, would use all the income that's already invested in Necarne, the £5 million from the EU and other bodies, and all the public grants and subsidies that it can get, and reinvest that in Necarne's heritage and also in community needs.
Irvinstown has a proud history of cross-community development and successful cross-community social enterprise.
It's only fair and appropriate that it's respected and supported to continue in the future of Necarne for generations to come, as Necarne is Irvinstown's health, recreation and social public asset.
I'm speaking here for the maybe if you like the people of no voice or the people who do not speak. I'm speaking for them in the parish. What a loss it would be for them to lose this asset of being able to have the freedom of walking down here in these grounds in their own time for relaxation, etc. Another aspect is behind me we have the castle, and this is a wonderful asset in this community, and we feel that if it is let go for another years as has been in the last years, it will fall into total disrepair and be past you. And what a wonderful tourist thing it is here in Up. And the other aspect of that is that this is across Irvinstown is famed for its cross community relations, and this and the Necarne would be a vital part of that here. And if that was lost and taken away, I just feel what a loss it would be.
We have a fantastic facility in Fermanagh, and it took years and millions of money to get it built up. Now it is all falling by the wayside. We have a pony club that doesn't have a home. We have a riding club that doesn't have a home. We have a riding for the disabled that doesn't have a home. This is a disgrace. These are all Fermanagh ratepayers. I distinctly recall when Necarne was being built, I'm one of the older people, and I remember the newspaper heading where it said, it's been built by the people, for the people, and it will serve all of the people of Fermanagh. Instead of disposing of it, what we need is a manager to come in and manage Necarne. First, rehome all of the aforesaid, and then bring in all of the events that we can bring in. We can facilitate any equestrian event that you can think of. We have the facilities there to do it. All-weather courses, inside arenas, outside arenas, grass jumping, we have it. And now we're just about to just railroad through it and throw it away. It's one of the best facilities in the British Isles. I don't know if you fully understand that. It can bring thousands and thousands to Fermanagh in visitors. I don't know if you understand that. It has never been properly managed. It's always been abused. And to get into Necarne in the past has been trying to get into Fort Knox. Now, if there was ever a time for councillors to throw their caution to the wind and get together with all of their fellow councillors, because you know, the harsh reality of it is a horse doesn't care whether it speaks English, Irish or Ulster Scots. It's just the same horse, and let it out and let it do its job. I'm asking you now to do the job that you have been elected to do, and by the people. And my final word to you is, I do not believe that you have the right to dispose of this property, because it does not belong to you. It belongs to the people of Fermanagh, the ratepayers that paid for it in the first instance. So think very carefully before you get rid of one of the greatest facilities in the British Isles.
We're just down here in Necarne today, and I've been involved in Necarne over the years, different things over the years, and I run the Lady Lake Festival in Irvinstown. And the Lady Lake Festival every year, according to the PSNI, average between 45 and 50,000 people come to the town. And we've used a lot of events in Necarne here over the years. One event was a 101 Dalmatian event. We had 5,000 people here at one single event in the castle here. It's the biggest event ever held here in the castle. And every year we have the truck run and different things when we use a Necarne estate all the time for different things. But over the last few years we just haven't been able to use it as much, and I know some other big clubs in the town got refused to have permission to have things here. But I think, you know, the social enterprise thing and with working alongside the council would be a good idea, and it would mean that everybody could use Necarne. I think that's what everybody wants in the town. Everyone wants to be able to use Necarne. It seems we did, my grandfather and my father before me and everybody else.
The expression of interest gave no score for keeping the profits from Necarne to meet our local community needs. It disempowers our community just as a private investor would. A community business would empower our community to meet the local needs, attract visitors, and to protect our heritage. Irvinstown has the most successful community business in Northern Ireland, iTech. It has proven it works, and there are hundreds more success stories. Community businesses can become sustainable in their own right. They generate income and become less dependent on council and government. When community are in charge, they know what is needed, when and where and who to call on, when it is run by people that they know and they can see that the profits are being spent back in the area to make other things work as well. It gives everybody a lot of encouragement to be a lot more ambitious. You can't buy that love and commitment that people of Irvinstown have for Necarne.
We want a social enterprise that will develop from an open, transparent process like Future Search, inclusive of all aspects of Necarne, where we will develop the future together with the council and government departments. We can work together in a healthy, open, inclusive way. Necarne is a unique public asset which needs local accountable governance and expertise, where history, health, equine, sport, tourism and enterprise all come together with community well-being and heritage as the priorities, not profit.
You have an opportunity now to create an innovative, exciting project for the Fermanagh Oma area. This could be an example of the Northern Ireland Executive stated vision for local government. A strong, dynamic local government creating communities that are vibrant, healthy, prosperous, safe, sustainable and have the needs of all citizens at their core.